handful of presenters, a mass of microphones, and a whole load of...
Where'd the jingle go?
It went.
It came and it went.
Yes.
And now Google is recognising. No one asked you, Google.
of talk. This is TigerTails Radio.
Ah, there we go. That was the rest of the jingle.
Yay!
Google interrupt. No one asked you to Google. Fuck off. Good evening. Welcome to TigerTails Radio. That pretty much sums up how this evening has gone so far.
Oh, actually, I better there we go. They can see us. Yay! Hello, people of the YouTubes.
I am TK. That over there is Echo. Somewhere in the internet we have a Xavier.
Hello.
Right, that's it. Showtime, kids. Bye bye.
yeah. Technical difficulties definitely did plague us this evening, did they not?
Yeah, one of them being hedgy. But enough said.
Yes.
It's going to be a nice show. It's going to be a good show. It's going to be a fun show.
Yes.
There's going to be talking of the weeks and shit. There's going to be Quiplash. There's going to be gaming news. There's going to be regular news. There's going to be stuff. And we've got a shit ton of music because when the hedgie is away, the TK will play all of the worst songs in the history of mankind.
Indeed,
Oh
yes.
no, not the worst songs in the history
Oh,
of
yes.
mankind.
Yes.
Oh, yes, the worst songs in the history of mankind.
Are we going to be more camper than a camper on camping?
We are going to be camper than a row of pink tents.
We're going to be camper than a Boy Scout outing.
Yes.
That's going to be difficult. But let's be...
Yeah.
Actually, that's not strictly true. We do have some different genre. Most of it is camp as all fuck, though, I'll grant you.
Yes.
But there's no steps. And there's no S Club 7.
No.
So we're not that camp. We
Right,
have...
they were in the
mostly
options for the picking, but
They were
they
in the
didn't
options.
end up going in.
They
did
didn't make it into the final cut.
No.
I mean, we do have some classics.
I hesitate to ask when you say things like that.
That's okay. I can pump the audio through to you. It's fine.
Please, no.
Or just rest my headphones on the microphone during the songs. This chair feels really low. I don't know if it is though.
I would normally say me
Yeah,
because
but-
I lower the seat.
You
I've
do.
not sat in the chair.
You haven't. And you are annoying for that.
Oh, I am so annoying for having short legs. Oh, woe is me.
It's a really low fucking chair to start with. Why do you need to lower it?
Because he's
I
vertically
have short
challenged.
legs.
And? It's not like it's a fucking high chair.
Well, it is if your legs are short.
Yeah, when you're a short ass, you tend to put
Jesus
it
Christ.
down.
It's not that much of a... I'm going to say, if it's that much of a high chair for you, next time you come over, I'll buy you a Bimini sippy cup.
Don't let me hit you, TK.
Oh dear.
Pardon me. But yes, this is TigerTails Radio, Season 10, Episode 46, as it quite clearly states above Echo's head.
Indeed, yeah.
And we are back for another 2 hours or so of, well, pretty much everything breaking tonight, I think.
Yeah.
Shenanigans.
Aye, there will be shenanigans.
Amazingly, after Friday the 13th, you know,
I know.
and all that, we've and Apocalypse Day today, of course.
Yeah, we did have the apocalypse,
Yeah.
when the sky turned a funny colour.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this morning was hilarious.
It was.
It's like, it's a major storm warning. Get to Bournemouth. That's orange. That's not a storm colour. Orange is not a storm colour. What is
No.
going on?
Well, you see, we didn't have orange here in Southampton. We had yellow.
Yeah, so we had sort of an orangey, reddy sort of colour, and especially because we were right up high, right on the top of a hill in a tall building, it was very dark, very
Yes.
dark.
It
and
was
then it,
very dark where we were as well.
yeah,
I was not best impressed. It's like, it's all scary and things, but then all the lights were on in the building and everything. It's so white and bright, it's like, ow, my eyes hurt. Why can I not find the best of both worlds here? This is not on.
Oh, so we were just plunged into darkness because we don't believe in having lighting. Yeah, that's how we save money in the public sector. We just not have lights on in the building during the daylight hours. So it just became very, very dark, and we were lit by monitors.
I'll put a picture in channel. Drag and drop.
Yeah, we had a couple of power cuts, which was hilarious.
There you go. I'll put a photo in the main channel.
Power went off, phones went off, PCs went off, servers went down. Everyone log back in once the power's on. Okay, I can't get back in. You're the only one who can't. Shame.
Oh, what a pity, eh? Guess
It
I'll
worked
do
out.
nothing.
It worked after an hour,
Oh, well.
but it was just so annoying because you sit there, you call through to like the people who do all the technical stuff, and it's like, oh yeah, my emails, I need this sorting out, and they go, well, the reason is blah 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 blah, and I sit there and I go, so most of our problems could have been solved by basing our servers better. Yeah. Okay, thanks
Generally
for that.
how it works.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Which is why you need to get the job at our place. Get the fuck on with it.
Yeah,
I'll
that
be
would
like me.
require me, you know,
I'll
moving
come there
to
too.
Southampton.
Not you, him. Mr.
Oh,
Echo
him.
here.
Yes.
Echo needs to
Echo.
get the job because you're going for a network job, aren't you?
Yeah, network technician job.
Yeah. Hurry up and get it.
I'll try.
Fuck's sake. Is there any more money?
It doesn't actually specify what the money is,
Ah.
so it could be a lot worse.
Well, why don't you tell them what you're getting and then say, and I expect at least twice this.
Yeah. No,
That old
just
chestnut, yeah.
just fudge what I'm getting by a smidgen. You know.
Well, you do your market research, you figure out what the average is for, you know, your job.
About twice what I'm on at the moment.
Yeah, and then you tell them that. So
Yeah.
and then,
Yeah.
then you watch their face, and then you go, I see, it's that kind of workplace. And then suddenly they go, quick, let's increase the increase the offer.
Well, I must admit, that's kind of what happened to me in Sega Park. When I first got offered the job there, I went to the interview, and they said, okay, so, you know, what wage are you looking for? And this was in the days of minimum wage, don't forget, when minimum wage was like £4.50 or £4.60 or something. And I was like, well, I can't afford to work for anything less than £5 an hour. And they were like, ah, okay, right, we'll see what we can do about that. And yeah, they did it, because they were desperate.
I could just wave the big rainbowy flag, you know,
Yep, that'll help.
and go, well, you know, big rainbow flag right here, you know, and
Yeah.
see whether that gets anywhere.
Might do. Did for me. Okay, I didn't quite wave it from the rooftops like that, but yeah, it was not very... It was subtle-ish.
Subtle-ish.
Yeah. Well, it was like, the things like, what challenges did you have in your last job that you overcame? And I was like, well, it was like being the only gay in the workplace and working with my father was quite a challenge. And they were like, oh, okay. And it's like, there you go, I've just dropped the big gay bomb, so they know that now. So
Yes.
there's diversity points.
Yes. But then you'd assume that would work well in the public sector, but it
No.
really doesn't.
Behave.
Diversity.
Give it a chance with the way things are going, but that's an entirely different conversation.
Where I'm sat at the moment, I'm sat between two burly black guys. So it's like I've got
Oh.
bodyguards. It's
I
like I'm
see.
some weird faggot celebrity, and I've got bodyguards. It's
Wow.
brilliant. And they're nice people as well,
Yeah,
which is even better. So I was like, yay!
Are you allowed to say the Farjo word on?
Oh, it's my fucking channel. That's how the fuck I like.
True.
Anyway, so
It's
shall
like
we...
when I was bitching about the road replacement bus service last night.
Yeah.
Yes, I was bitching because it's a road replacement bus service. And Hedge was like, oh, why not tell us how you really feel? And I said, well, I would, but people tend to get upset when you can't start calling them cunts.
Yes, they do.
And he was like, okay, fair point. And he's like, yes, yes it is.
Raging Farjo that you are.
Farjo, darling, Farjo.
Dear God. So shall we move on to how our weeks have been? Now we've covered the weather in general.
Yes.
And the yellowness that I've put in channel.
We're not going there.
The weather,
The weather.
darlings. Yes. So, Mr. Xavier, how has your week been?
My week, it's been interesting as Hedgie jumps in on the YouTube and bitches at Echo. Effectively, the working week has been hectic with larger number of people who not really understand how they work
Oh, I know that feeling.
or how we work. It's been really, it's like, okay, you're calling up for this. Why are you so stressy? I need this done now. You do realise it won't be done till tomorrow. I need this done now. No. And it's like people who've been working more than... I literally had someone call up and go, I know I've been working this job for X amount of years. I know what's going on. Excellent. So why are you trying to correct what I've just said about this offer? Because I was told this, and that went off, and because of misinformation that wasn't clearly given, they went, okay, cave. But that wasn't my problem, so I didn't need to worry about it. Which is good, because if it was me, it'd be a case of, you need to say this? No.
Yeah,
Well, that's what I said.
Hedge is
No.
in the YouTube channel going, boo, you guys are so unprofessional. Tell Echo to sit up.
You tell Echo to sit
I just
up
replied
and
with-
see what happens.
I just replied with, he's getting drawn like one of your French girls.
Ah dear,
Oh,
marvellous.
God. And he's bringing Felis into the conversation.
Yeah.
Moving swiftly on. Outside of that, had a nice day out on Saturday because we went down to pool. And I do have a little bit of pool news. It was not bad weather, really. So it was a nice day out. Had some weather spoons, which was nice.
Nice.
Used the app to actually get order really quickly.
Yep.
Yes.
I love that app.
The app is just marvellous.
Human interaction with peasants?
I've
No.
not used that until this particular meal, and it feels
Amazing.
so much quicker. And the reason for that is you're not stood there waiting for them to go, yeah, what can I get you after half an hour?
Yeah.
So
Well, I
that
think the
was
other thing
nice.
is that also, like, drinks especially, because you haven't got to stand at the bar and look like a lemon whilst they, you know,
Serve every other bugger.
bugger. They just, they have someone dedicated to doing the app-based drinks.
Yeah.
Or most
I did.
places.
I went up to the bar for the extra drink because I couldn't be asked to do the app. But it was. So we bimbled around Bournemouth. We did a little bit of shopping. Saw plenty of stuff for potential Christmas ideas because that's coming around the corner.
It is.
Yeah, very
quickly.
speedily. Yeah.
Yeah, but we got Halloween coming, so that we
Yay!
talked about. And then Sunday lazed as much as physically possible because
Because you're a lazy bitch?
work and stuff. Well, it's nice to have a lazy weekend, and I
Yeah.
realise I've kind of neglected my projects and kind of neglected my other hobbies, and I need to get in that. But it's really difficult now because it's like, and the winter's coming in,
No one's around.
and let's not do anything. Yeah,
Yeah.
the holiday time now. This is the worst thing because it's like, hey, I want to come down and see everyone. We're on holiday.
Yeah, we're not in a bar. We've all disappeared off to like sunnier climes.
One person has gone on holiday. We can't do anything except maybe something else. Okay, fine.
Yeah, well, you're going on
Yeah.
holiday soon, so you can shut your cake
Yes, I got
Yeah.
2 weeks before Disneyland, whereon I will fill my social media feeds with pictures when I get back home,
Yeah.
like you're supposed to.
Like all the people who go to furry cons, and they just spend the entire time posting pictures to Twitter. And it's like, are you actually having fun?
Yeah.
Because you seem to be on Twitter an awful lot, and if you're on Twitter, generally it means it's because you're distracting yourself. And if you're distracting yourself, it's because you're not having fun. Why did you pay all that money to go to somewhere to not have fun?
I was enjoying it, and I was also enjoying utilizing Twitter because during the time I was doing that, I was getting into Twitter because this was a while ago, back for Eurofriends. And also it's a case of, here's this food, and I go, what the hell is this? It looks amazing. Must show people
Tastes
who have no
vomit.
chance, who have no chance of getting to me and the food, just what I'm eating. Preferably before I've eaten it, otherwise it's a case of, look, here's a plate.
Yeah.
I had food on this.
It was tasty food.
But surely,
Because
generally,
Yeah,
Yes.
it's the thing is with Twitter, it's like you have to do that first because otherwise all you're showing is dirty plates. And that's my problem. I've eaten the food before I can go, I'm out having a wonderful meal with my wonderful other half. Here's the food we're eating. Aren't you jealous? Yeah. Now it's a case of, here's a dirty plate.
We had food. It was tasty.
we stuff.
I was going to show you a lovely photo of food, but I eated it.
which is okay on the odd occasion, but just not so ideal. Well, you could always do a before and after.
Yeah.
That's the other.
And that requires me to remember to take the picture before.
You can
Yeah.
just order it again.
Oh God, no! Wheelbarrow me out.
You don't have to
Yeah,
eat
but
it.
then-
You just order it again, and then it's like, actually, no, I've changed my mind. Sorry, take it back. Give it to the next
Yeah,
person who
we've
orders
got-
it.
We've got the end of TigerTails coming up, so we've got bits and pieces that will probably
Yeah,
get
like
sorted
start
out
December.
after that. Yeah, start of December, Christmas. So I'll probably have some time to get back on my projects.
Yeah.
Certainly, once January comes around, I want to try and dedicate time to things because there's a lot of stuff that I keep looking at the miniature I'm in midway of painting and still haven't continued.
Yeah.
There's stuff that I really need to knuckle down and do. You know, isn't that right, TK? Like, you know, that video about the games industry collapse.
No, I don't
You
know
know,
what you're
in three
talking about.
parts.
No idea what you're talking about. None whatsoever.
That's becoming an epic. But anyway, Echo, how was your week?
My week? Well, the Monday to Friday bit just kind of has been just usual, you know, same old usual work stuff. Saturday, what did I do Saturday?
Wasn't that? Oh no, Sunday was Alawite Day, wasn't it?
Yeah, Saturday I just did... Oh, that's right. Saturday I prepared my house for the removal of furniture because my parents decided that they wanted my sofas. So, and also I've sold some other bits of furniture. So yeah, Saturday was just spent sort of preparing and organising that in the lounge, and then Sunday I my dad and my uncle came over with the van, and we took out pretty much all of the furniture in my lounge, which some of it we delivered to a place in Millbrook. Some guy bought it, and yeah, we loaded the sofas into the van and headed for the Isle of Wight. And so I had a day trip to the Isle of Wight and went and saw my parents have got 2 holiday homes over there that they're in the process of doing up.
Kill him.
Huh?
Oh, hang on. We have an announcement to make.
Oh.
Chase is in the building! Apparently. Yep, we have Chase
yes.
in channel. And Ellen Bar has an X9, Saver, and Tangent Fox as well, who are also listed as being online.
Ooh, we have quite a few people around in the channel tonight then.
That was not a subtle hint that maybe Echo should wrap up his done and dusted and pass over to TK in any way, shape,
that
or
was
form.
not at all. That was the way Chase presented it in channel, if you care to look at channel.
Yes, indeed, it's true. Yeah, so yeah, day trip to the Isle of Wight, went and visited my parents and saw their places, and that was pretty much it. So yes, so how has your week been, TK?
The week itself, not too bad. Lots of work. And it's the early shift as well, so we're kind of finishing at 4, which is nice. I like finishing at 4. I don't like the starting at 8-bit that precedes it, but I do like the finishing at 4-bit. Like this week, it's the starting at 8:30-bit I'm not too fond of, but the finishing at half 4-bit I can quite tolerate. That's unless you get stuck at work for ages and ages and ages, because some bastard person decided they want to speak to you 5 fucking seconds before home time.
Yay.
And it's survey week as well, which I like.
Yay.
I like offering the surveys because I like the feedback, and I managed to basically emotionally blackmail the person into doing the survey. And it's like, it's like, this is the point where we offer you the survey, and although it shouldn't sway your decision in any way, I just want you to know that you did actually call me 5 seconds before I was going to go home. But do you want to do the survey? And she was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, yes, I'll do the survey. And it's like, yes, you will.
Emotional blackmail.
It's totally okay in this kind of circumstance, I'm sure.
You got the survey, that's all you need.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a couple of times when, in the course of the conversation during the call, you'd bring up the apocalypse that was happening outside, and then I'd end with saying, and just so you know, it has been statistically proven that doing surveys actually helps prevent the apocalypse. So on that note, would you like to do our survey? And 100% success rate on that. So, yeah, that was a quite good gimmick. I like that. We need more apocalypse. And it worked. The apocalypse cleared up. But yeah, the weekend was fun. Saturday went over my sister's for her boyfriend Paul's birthday celebration-y thing. Although his birthday's during this week, but they weren't available next weekend, so we had to do it this weekend instead. And so on Saturday, went down, saw my sister's new place, which is fucking gorgeous. Oh my god, I want that place so much. It's huge, really expensive, but huge. But really nice. And I saw my niece a bit more because my sister spawned a niece. Well, technically she spawned a daughter, but for me it's a niece. And so yeah, no, there's a little child-shaped thing in our lives now. It's like, what do we do with this? Poke, poke, poke. Where do you put the batteries? I don't get it.
And moving on, that was our weird news for the week. So,
I don't have
let's
children.
play some
I'm not doing
music.
children. And on Sunday we went and saw Ready Player 3.
I'm so glad.
I'm so glad too. That kind of thing gets you in trouble.
This is one of the perks of being gay. It's like, children, someone else's responsibility. I'll just get a dog. Oh wait.
Please don't do the
And
dog.
moving on.
Yes.
Let's play some music, shall we?
Why don't you want to hear about Ready Player 3?
We could talk about that, I'm sure, in a
I
full
suppose we
segment.
can cover it for Done and Dusted, can't we? If we get
Yeah,
that far.
because we've been
We're
killing
killing it.
time.
Well, we got small songs this week because, like I say, when the
TK's
hedges
being gay.
when the hedges away, the TK will play all the terrible music. And so, you know the old saying, "Start as you mean to go on."
Yes.
Well, I think track 1. That's your cue, Echo.
Yes, I know.
Good. I think track 1 definitely sets the mood, and it's Actually, Pete, what do you think it is?
It's Raining Men.
No, super
Black
cheesy.
Sabbath, not Black Sabbath.
No.
Black Lake.
Tempting, but no. Think more modern.
More modern?
About as
Yeah.
cheesy as Black Lace, but more modern.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, that's not helpful.
no
Very
idea.
catchy.
Last 7 years or so.
The Fox song.
You are quite correct.
Yay!
Dog goes woof, cat goes meow, bird goes tweet, and mouse goes squeak. Cow goes moo, and frog goes croak, and the elephant goes toot. Ducks say quack, and fish go blub, and the seal goes ow, ow, ow. But there's one sound that no one knows. What does the fox say? What the fox say? What the fox say? Happy, happy, happy ho. Happy, happy, happy ho. Happy, happy, happy ho. What the fox say? What the fox say? Big blue eyes, pointy nose, chasing mice and digging holes. Tiny paws up the hill. Suddenly you're standing still. Your fur is red, so beautiful, like an angel in disguise. But if you meet a friendly horse, will you communicate by more? How will you speak to that horse? What does the fox say? What the fox say? What the fox say? What the fox say? What does the fox say? The secret of the fox, ancient mystery, somewhere deep in the woods. I know you're hiding. What is your sound? Will we ever know? Will always be a mystery. What do you say? You're my guardian angel, hiding in the woods. What is your
Now it's time for the latest gossip from the Silicon Grid. This is the gaming news.
Yeah, that was Elvis with the Fox, and now it's Xavier with the gaming news.
Yay! So, still a little bit sparse in various places, but we do have Halloween coming up. We do have various interviews that have been happening, and we do have some dramatic news that is now affecting the gaming industry.
And
what
Echo's
we'll start
playing
off-
with his mic, so what we're going to hear now is there's mic movement happening.
Cheers, Echo. Ew. Ew. So, Pokemon Go, still going.
I know, some twat was
And-
playing it on the bus next to me today.
And
With
they're
two
going
phones!
to be-
He had two phones on the go playing Pokemon Go.
Wow.
And it's like, what the
Dedicated.
fuck is wrong with you?
That is dedication.
That isn't dedication,
No,
that's
really-
virginity
really,
in action.
Really, it should be a case of if you're playing Pokemon Go, get off the bus, walk. That's the point.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's really lazy Pokemon
It's not like
Go.
Ingress where you can do drive-by hacking, you know?
Yeah, fuck you and your drive-by hacking.
Yeah.
Pokemon Go is adding Generation 3 creatures very soon. So those of you who are still playing, this will be the third iteration of Pokemon. This is on top of the legendary beasts. This is on top of the PvP. This has been data mined, and they've had sounds for all of the species up to 386. God, I feel old.
Yes, because you are.
Yeah.
Halloween
I know this 'cause
music,
so am I.
because the Halloween music is coming up, and there's also an image which includes Duskull, Dusclops, Shuppet, Bayonet, Sableye, which are ghost-type Pokemon, which I've never heard of before.
Okay.
There is a Halloween event, although it's not yet been revealed.
I'm guessing it's going to be Halloween.
Yeah, so expecting start around about October 25th. What exactly the details are, I don't know. You're going to actually have to go to, the Pokemon site, because I don't follow that anymore.
What do you mean? You followed it?
I used to follow the Pokemon Go stuff because it was a way of getting me out of the office and walking around Bournemouth. Like what Ingress did until rain and eating in my desk and stuff. Yeah.
And eating.
Yeah.
And eating.
Eating, that important meal of the day. Eating.
The eating o'clock.
Eating, yes.
Are you banging your mic, Pete?
Yes, I'm banging my mic.
Good, because I could hear mic movement. I thought, Hideko isn't touching his. What?
Ooh.
I know.
He's touching a ferret.
Yes,
Halloween news.
It's a friendly ferret.
Updates. There are updates for Halloween games. So we have Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, which is indeed getting a Halloween update. Ooh. This is Willard Wyler's Halloween Scream, which apparently features several different components.
Yours for only $60.
Possibly. Gears of War 4, a game that we've not really talked about.
That's because it's on the Xbox.
It is also getting a Halloween update. Obviously, Overwatch is getting a Halloween update, and if you absolutely must have those skins, you're probably going to actually have to play the game.
Yeah.
Heroes of the Storm is also getting a Halloween update with their own skins. Minecraft.
Like it needs a Halloween theme. It's got like loads of Halloween shit in it already.
It's now going to have a Halloween Spectacular or Spooktacular, which has themed content and activities on the servers. Bedrock Engine platform, no idea. Overwatch, as we've mentioned, it'll have its Halloween content. There is Cthulhu skins, so that's always good.
That said, even Train Sim has Halloween content from a few years ago.
Yeah, that's a few years ago.
It's hilarious.
Paragon, Pokemon Go, Smite, World of Warcraft, but then that is very old because they've been having Halloween stuff, or what was it? Hallow's End every single year. Destiny 2 will undoubtedly have a Halloween event, plus maybe a few other things I have not mentioned that'll be going on. So October for the gamer is going to be interesting. We do have yet another interview coming out of Xbox with Phil Spencer, who has been speaking about various bits and pieces. He does again say he does not like the platform exclusive DLC, although he does recognize the irony in saying this. Now, for those people who are immediately jumping, oh, well, Xbox was DLC, was exclusives all the time. Phil Spencer wasn't the guy who drove that. This was the guy who nearly drove Xbox into the ground with the always online bullshit that then he handed to Phil Spencer and said, good luck with that.
Yeah.
And suddenly Phil Spencer went, you know what? Fuck that noise.
Wasn't Phil Spencer the chap, though, that said, oh, if you don't like the always online thing with the Xbox One, you can always play your Xbox 360?
Wow.
Which went down like a lead balloon.
That seems like a great thing to do.
Yeah.
So you don't like the new console we brought out? Just use our old one.
Yeah, well, fuck, you just play the old one then. Jeez.
Yeah.
It's like,
there
went over the crowd, dude.
Shit. There was a lot of shit going on. But he has been talking about the exclusive DLC. It is not the best of things, as much as some people go, oh, it helps expand competitivity and expands all of this wonderful things like, diversity and other words that end in itty.
No, don't do console exclusive DLC if you're a multi-plat game. Have a console exclusive game, that's fine. That's what first party studios are there for. But if it's going to be multi-plat, make the DLC for everyone. That's common sense.
It is getting daft because...
But it doesn't matter because all the DLC is just going to be loot boxes anyway!
Destiny 1 only just got the DLC available. And Destiny 2 is now out. This is the Xbox one. They've now got the Destiny 1 exclusive from the Taken King and everything else. It's like, seriously, no. We just want the games because if you have options, people will then buy more of. Because it's a case of, I've got friends on Xbox, I'll play on Xbox. Oh, I've also got friends on PS4. I'll buy a copy on PS4. I've got friends on PC. I'll buy a copy on PC. And suddenly you wonder why you have no money.
Or friends, because they've diversified over all the platforms.
You've got friends everywhere, but let's be fair.
It's like they're all going, can you play with me? It's like, what platform? Oh, I can't play with you. You're on the wrong platform. I'm playing with this platform tonight. Nah!
Oh,
He
dear.
does also talk about crossplay, and he's not entirely sure if it'll ever happen with PS4. Now, this has come up a fair few times, including with the recent Fortnite. Oh, look, we've activated PS4 Xbox crossplay. See, it's happening.
Yeah.
And PS4 went, what?
Nerf. Well, you see, Sony used to be all up for cross-platform, and Microsoft used to be the guys saying no. And then Sony got the shit hacked out of them.
Yeah.
And then Sony went, yeah, maybe we're not so up for that anymore. And Xbox were like, okay, well, we'll be up for it then. I was like, why didn't you do that before? Idiots.
Again, I will lean towards the newer team that's been involved with trying to pull Xbox out of the ashes of what it was.
Yeah, true.
He does say that having crossplay is better for gamers, it's better for games, because you are then having a bigger pool to play with. Now, if you've played Rocket League, this is a thing.
What's hilarious with Rocket League is you can have PlayStation 4 and PC multi, and you can have Xbox and PC, but you just can't have Xbox and PlayStation.
And with Nintendo potentially, maybe, possibly also getting involved, because they're actually bringing in more adult games, so that potentially means more online stuff.
As long as you turn down all of the resolutions, so the game runs at something more than 30 frames a second. Yeah.
Well, from what I've heard, the Switch isn't too bad. So if they're getting in on indie multiplayers, there's quite a few decent indie multiplayers.
They've got FIFA 18, and everyone's saying it's a really good version.
Yeah.
But graphically, it's been toned right down. The frame rate's like halved, and even then, it's just about managing to keep up. So,
although if you're then able to play it on the toilet, I can see many people going, yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, I can play my PS4 on the toilet because I've got a Vita. I didn't have to shell out 300 extra quid for another console to buy all my games again.
The thing that's slowly getting phased out, yes. It'll be nice to see, but I don't think it'll happen. Spencer says he doesn't want to speak to Sony, but he doesn't think it'll happen. It may never come round, which is a shame, because this is the big thing that is causing a lot of the friction. If you can drop those barriers, suddenly everyone can play with each other, and it'll be fun. That's a big thing that I think needs to be.
It'll be even more angry 13-year-olds swearing at each other and calling each other faggots.
Yes.
If you have the fun more than you have the bitterness and saltiness, then that will be brilliant. But that does require moderation. Yeah, never mind.
And shotguns.
Yeah,
Or the
speaking of
ability to
moderation,
shock people through their Xbox Live headsets.
and that, speaking of problems with the gaming industry, there has been sexual harassment claims aplenty. And
not
some
just
have
in
come
Hollywood.
some have come out of Naughty Dog.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
Has Naughty Dog been naughty?
Not Naughty Dog. Apparently, some maybe important employee at Naughty Dog. But they have come out and responded to the sexual harassment allegations, because, as always, these are allegations. Nothing's been proved. They've actually got a name, which is a bit of a surprise, because I didn't know there was a named person in regards to this. Dave Ballard said he was offered $20,000 to agree to the termination and stay silent on the matter. So this is Naughty Dog, who responded to claims of sexual harassment from former employee. In a series of tweets this weekend, David Ballard, who is an environmental artist at the studio, alleged he was sexually harassed at Naughty Dog by a lead whom he did not name, which is always suspicious. My work environment became extremely toxic afterwards, adding that the alleged harassment took place in late 2015. In February 2016, he said he had a mental breakdown while at work, and this time PlayStation HR department got involved. He said informed HR about the alleged harassment, and they fired me the next day, which, if true, is really bad.
Yeah.
Because HR, from knowing my own workplace, have quite stringent things in place to prevent that kind of bullshit.
Usually, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he states they cited the company was moving in a different direction and job was no longer needed. Ballard said he was offered $20,000 from HR if he signed a document agreeing to the layoff, and he would not speak about the terms to anyone. I would be careful about that one because I also know that companies with tech-savvy people will do these weird-ass agreements where it's a case of, yeah, we don't want you to work for anyone else, here's some money, don't do anything, or here's some money, go get laid off. It's a bit odd. He said he declined to sign this, and he's been out of a job for 17 months. He said he had interviews for new positions, and when a prospective employer asks why he left Naughty Dog, he allegedly tells them that he was burned out by the crunch because he's too ashamed to speak out about his claims of sexual harassment.
But he can put them all over Twitter.
Yes, apparently he can, and that's odd. The fact that he's brought in Naughty Dog and not named anyone is also a bit weird. And
the police report was filed when?
Yeah, and the fact he hasn't actually gone on to bring this up with the massive amount of lawyers that would quite happily go, that company bullshitted with HR.
Yeah.
We're in for a percentage of that deal.
But
Seriously.
let the court of public opinion be judge, jury, and executioner. Why not?
Yeah, that's it for the gaming news. What time? Are we
Well,
on?
there's a bit more
We've got a
gaming
bit of
news
time.
I was thinking of
Oh,
because
got any gaming news.
yeah, I was reading the Metro as I do at work, the online version, because their gaming section, although is a bit light and fluffy, definitely not one of their core things. There's a lot of kind of reader-based stuff and contributions, and they've been having a bit of go at loot boxes recently.
Everyone has.
Yeah, well, they've been really having a go. They had a whole great, massive feature about the fact they're just basically gambling for kids. And I was sat there going, yeah, but we have Category D slot machines which are playable by kids, so what's your point? As long as the jackpot isn't worth any more than a fiver, it's fine. As long as you've got a gambling license for Category D.
Yes.
And video game loot boxes aren't technically classified as gambling under the law anyway, so you're barking at the wrong tree. However, that could all be subject to change. An online petition on the government's website has been launched and has amassed over 10,000 signatures already, so it now has to be at least acknowledged by the government in changing the law to make in-game loot boxes classified as gambling.
Ooh.
And that petition is going gangbusters at the moment, and if it reaches over 100,000, it then has to be discussed in Parliament.
Yeah, this is actually a worry because I forgot about this. This actually already reached the ESRB. And this already reached the other
it's reached
age rating people.
Yeah, it has all the age rating companies, the American ones, Peggy in Europe and all that. And they've all turned around and said it's not a form of gambling, so it doesn't really affect us. But they
aren't looking to apply rules because they say the rules aren't applicable.
Well, yeah, because technically it's correct. It's not legally a form of gambling, and therefore they have no jurisdiction.
But the point is the government have the ability to change law.
Exactly.
They?
Hence why the petition went to the government's website instead. But the Peggy, for instance, and ESRB, they're voluntary. They're not legally enforceable. Peggy can turn around and say, "We don't want you doing this," and the games publisher can go, "Yeah, well, fuck you."
Yeah. Although technically that would then mean their game will never sell because it's kind of an official, unofficial. Yeah, we're kosher kind of sign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they'll just age rate the game to 18.
Yeah.
Because, that totally stops kids from playing it. That's why no kid ever has played Mortal Kombat or Grand Theft Auto.
Well, in America, it does kind of kill the sales because the mature, an adult symbol
if you get adults only, that's your game dead. If you get mature, then you get shit-hot sales.
Well, yeah. But yeah, I mean, this is something I forgot about that happened over the week because it already hit Petter, Peggy, all of that lot.
Yeah.
It was mentioned and talked about by Total Biscuit, so Kotaku immediately went, "Oh, these people have responded to Total Biscuit," despite the fact that lots of people have been saying this because of Shadow of War.
Yeah, among other things.
Overwatch. Because of partly slightly Destiny 2, even though that's not loot box pay to win.
Well, everyone's been saying Overwatch has been the one company that's been doing it right, because Overwatch is just purely cosmetic loot boxes.
I always worry about people who say, "Oh yeah, Overwatch is so good," because they start talking about stuff they say from looking in. When you're actually in talking to people who are playing it, they go, "The problem is, yeah, you get stuff from the boxes, but the returns, if you get duplicates, are pathetic. What you then have to buy is a loot box, or maybe something that you don't want. And if you don't, and it's not an ideal system, it's just one that's copied a lot more because you can earn loot boxes through playing, and you can also buy them, and it is
but the
purely
loot
cosmetic.
Yeah, the purely cosmetic is the main reason everyone's saying Overwatch is the one doing it right, because it's nothing that will affect the balance of the game. It is purely just for looks. Yeah, okay, it's a bit shitty when you get something you don't want or don't need and you've got duplicates of. Then, yeah, that sucks for you. But the same way in a Panini sticker pack, and it's like you get fuck all if you've got duplicates and everyone else has got them as well. You've basically bought something that's effectively worthless because you're never going to be able to trade that off.
But the trouble is, the problems with these is that you're not trading these things. The value is completely arbitrary because you're not actually in ownership of what you've bought or the game.
No.
Because of the ruler. And when you compare it to other stuff similar to this, such as collectible card games, the Panini sticker stuff that TK talks, or if you want to try and push it to gambling because random loot, the returns are not there. You're spending money. Yes, it can be an addictive thing because it's a thing that causes addictive personality. Well, addictive personalities can pick up on this. Get it right, Peter? You've raged about it enough.
Yes, you have.
But the difference is you don't get something you can then trade to someone else. You don't have something that then has an inherent value. You have something that is an obscured value because whilst you may have spent £100 to get the skin of whatever, to you it may be wonderful, but to somebody else it's 50 millionth copy, but you can't even trade it, so you're just throwing money at a developer to get shiny. It's not even Pokemon shiny where you're collecting it and potentially you can sell it. It's literally, I will have all of the shiny things on my screen and ignore the fact that if I hit delete on my hard drive, all of this will go away. Yeah. It's a weird one, but if it does go through, I imagine the government will then put it under gambling regulations and tax, and then will say, right, if you've got this thing in any game, your game is now going to be subject to this, and then watch game prices skyrocket, or this gets removed entirely. Oh, and mobile game scene dies.
Yeah, that's not going to be a huge loss to humanity.
China game scene. And the amount of money they get, yeah, they ain't going to be happy.
Yeah, but the laws won't apply to them because it's a British law, and so they'll just patch it out for the UK release.
Yeah, because who does that? But yeah, that's it for the gaming news. Otherwise, we
follow
will
the
just
money,
Twitter on.
Pete. They're going to do that.
Just Twitter on. Yeah, the English government will want the money, so they'll tax it. Anyway, bit of music. What other cheesiness do you have?
I have track 8, just to mix things up a bit there, Echo.
Yes, do.
And this is a band that's actually appeared in Eurovision. It's not a Eurovision song, but the band has appeared there. They were representing Russia. It's Tattoo with the song All About Us.
Oh, good God.
They say they don't trust you, me, we, us, so we'll fall if we must, 'cause it's you, me, and it's all about us, all about us, it's all about
news, and a discussion topic. With this segment, TigerTails Radio surely spoils you. This is the news of the week.
Yep, it's the news of the week, and that was Tattoo with It's All About Us. This is Xavier with the news. The non-gaming news. Regular news. Boring news. Normal news.
Yep. We'll start then on Facebook and Twitter, which could potentially face online abuse levy or an excuse to tax them.
Hey! I mean, oh no, what a shame.
So they could be asked to pay for action against the undeniable suffering social media can cause, the Cultural Secretary has said. Cyberbullying, trolling and abuse and underage access to porn will be targeted in plans drawn up by Karen Bradley to make the online world safer, because she's clearly been on the internet. Miss Bradley wants social media groups to sign up to a voluntary code of practice and help fund voluntarily help fund campaigns against abuse. Not like they don't do already. She also wants social media platforms to reveal the scale of online hate, because that won't be bad advertising.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
who's
God.
to decide what is, bullying, etc., 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 etc.? Because
Well, the government will be now.
some people just saying I disagree with you is targeted harassment.
Yeah.
So who gets to decide these rules? That's always been my point. It's like, who watches the Watchmen? Who?
Well,
Well,
this
surely-
is now going to be government, because they're talking about annual transparency reports, which can show volume of content reported to companies, which, if it was complaints, I would agree with, because that's what regulated companies do.
Yeah, but how do you complain against a social media platform?
Yeah, that's a problem, isn't it? The category of complaints, information about how... I like how it goes from content of reports and proportion taken down to how complaints are handled. I don't like this. Well, that's not really a valid complaint. Now tell me how it was handled. Well, we told you it's not a valid complaint.
Yeah.
What is acceptable offline should be unacceptable online. I'd question that given governmental rules. All users should be empowered to manage online risks and stay safe. Yes, but you can't enforce people to be smart. Technology companies have a responsibility to their users. Yes, to give them the tools. And to have moderators. You can't force people to, be civil.
You can try.
Yeah.
Lol,
Um,
keyboard warriors.
Yeah, that's going to happen. This consultation apparently will close on the 7th of December, and the government expects to respond in early 2018. Regardless of who's in power, this is probably going to be a thing that will carry on and have a significant impact in your online activities, especially when you're looking at Twitter, that's kind of turned into a cesspit.
Well, what's funny about Twitter is that they decided they were going to try and, ban all of the hate speech and everything. And so they just started blocking anyone on the political right
Yep.
for even the tiniest little things, where letting people on the political left get away scot-free with, literal threats of murder.
Yep.
They then blocked the individual person because she either accidentally or purposely doxed someone on Twitter, and so she got a 12-hour suspension, which then immediately spawned the hashtag women boycotting Twitter.
Oh, yes.
Because, it's fine if it happens to one of your enemies, but when it happens to one of your own, oh, that's it, boycott the platform, even though she broke the terms of service.
And
But,
apparently,
never mind.
because it was a woman of colour, and people were ignoring the fact it was a woman of colour, a different hashtag spawned.
Oh, God.
And I wondered what the hell was going on, because there was no context on the tweets I was finding.
What was the
Until I
hashtag?
checked the noise. People of colour awareness. It was weird. I didn't even know why. I didn't even know that she apparently doxed someone. All
Yeah.
I eventually found was it was some random woman who got blocked because of something.
Yeah. Well, she inadvertently I don't know if she inadvertently, she on purpose or accidentally doxed someone. She revealed
She-
identifiable information about them.
Basically infringed on the terms and conditions of Twitter,
Yeah. And so
regardless of aware or not. Yeah.
So she was subject to a 12-hour suspension, which is fine. That's in the terms of service. If you do the crime, do the time. And she, from all intents and purposes I could see from the online bitching about it, she seemed to accept this with good grace. She goes, okay, yep, whatever. I either deliberately fucked up or accidentally fucked up, but either way,
And it's hardly a massively terrible punishment.
I
is
know a
it?
whole 12 hours. Ooh.
Oh goodness.
But it's outrage culture now. It's
Yeah.
it's identity politics. It's any little thing to
Yeah,
do
but
X.
what's funny is they've been pandering so much, their stock price has tanked.
Yeah.
They cannot recover at the moment. They are doing everything, and the way they're going to revive this is by doubling down and blocking more people even harder.
Yeah.
Because their tactic's been working so well so far.
Well, look at Reddit. Apparently, if you push everyone who's nasty off of Reddit, it makes Reddit a nicer place.
Yeah, they'll go to Twitter.
That happens, yeah, and Facebook, and 4chan, and, you know,
4chan.
Tumblr.
4chan's where they kind of live anyway, so...
Anyway, news from Paul. This was something that I found out when I was down there. Paul Pottery. You remember Paul Pottery?
Oh, wait, isn't that the place that does the bricks?
Yeah, I think maybe it does lots of local pottery.
Oh,
it's
no.
really nice.
No, that's not what I'm thinking of then.
This is one that's been around for 140 years, and apparently they're set to leave the county.
Oh.
So they're on the town quay.
What
Are they the
county
ones that do all the Lego?
I don't know.
Is that the little shop with like a mini? It's like a mini department store. There's lots of little shops inside of it.
No. It's a pottery. It's an actual pottery.
Oh, okay.
It's got a working kiln in the back. It's got a cafe. It's a really nice place. But apparently they're having to shut down after the owners of the site, or the landlord, sorry, failed to reach an agreement, or the owners failed to reach an agreement with the landlord. So problems there. They're expected to close 15th, so they've already closed. When I went in, it was scary. It literally sale of everything, including the shelves. That's how it was.
That's a sale.
Yeah,
But then
absolutely
surely-
everything.
But they're a historical, you know.
Oh yeah, 140 years. A petition was put out. 500 people signed it. They've been in the town since 1800s. Massive tourism thing. The council tried to help, but the landlord apparently is looking for an investment and improvement and redevelopment of the site, which I can understand because the building isn't brilliant.
Yeah.
And even they say the building isn't ideal for what they're doing because they've got the kilns in the building. It's a scraggly ass building when you look at it because it's trying to pull all the moisture and everything else out, and it's not the best of buildings. But it is just a shame. It will still be producing pool pottery, but this will be at Middleport Pottery, Stoke-on-Trent, where they've been doing that for the last 5 years. So it's a bit of a shame.
Yeah.
It was a lovely place to go, but they've gone the way.
So what was that little department store in Poole? Because they've
I
got
don't know.
all of the Lego.
Well, I think it's next to Pool Pottery in Pool. I think it's very nearby.
Probably.
To-
Because they've got lots of little like trinkets and necklaces and things in the front, and then you go a
Yeah.
bit further on, but then you go at the back and it's Lego Utopia. It's
I'll have-
amazing.
I'll have to look the next time I'm down there.
We all need to go. We're down next weekend, aren't you?
This coming weekend.
Yes. Are you free this coming weekend?
I'll be down this coming
Not
weekend.
you, Echo.
Oh, me? Well, I'll have Jason with me, so...
Because like trip to Poole.
what day were you thinking?
I don't know either.
Saturday probably is the easiest.
Well, I don't know. that
I know
we've got
Father
anything-
wants me to install a load of crap on one of his PCs first, but after
So
that,
reason to stay away from Southampton.
I shall
Anyway.
have Jason and see. We may be able to organise something.
that'd be quite cool.
A bit of gaming news that I didn't do because I put it in the wrong section. Never mind.
Okay.
Tekken apparently has dropped tutorials because players don't use them.
That's because we don't need them anymore. We know how to play Tekken.
Really? Have you seen the combos in Tekken? Especially the newer ones?
Yeah, it'll be fine. We can figure that shit out.
Yep.
Don't
So
forget,
this is...
don't forget, Mortal Kombat went like 3 games without having any special moves in the instruction manual. People still
True.
figured that shit out.
Yeah, God.
Give
did they.
gamers some credit. We don't need our handheld. We don't need to be baby fed. We can figure
Yeah.
this shit out.
So this is a decision following the fact that very few titles include in-depth tutorials like Skullgirls, Guilty Gear, Xrd. These are in the minority. More mainstream titles like Street Fighter, although it did have a tutorial-ish thing, and Tekken do without all the most but the most basic
I
instructions.
thought Skullgirls did have. I thought Skullgirls
Yes,
had a
they
really
do. They do.
in-depth one. They basically teach you the fundamentals of competitive fighting game playing.
Yeah, they really do, but they're in the minority. They have a tutorial. Things like Street Fighter and Tekken, to an extent, Mortal Kombat and the Gods Among Us. God damn it, Injustice. Don't. But the reason why Tekken guys are saying it is because with the data they've been getting, they don't see people playing the tutorial modes. People say, oh yeah, the game is great because it's got tutorial. They're just
No
not
one ever
using
uses
it.
it, yeah.
Yeah. If you're playing through the story mode, you naturally learn things like, oh, this can be sidestepped, or this character has this powerful special move if I learn how to use it properly.
Yep.
And you can use these with a simplified command, so once you know about it, you can practice it to perform this with the normal command. It's going to be interesting because I know with Dragon Ball Z, people like Alex have been going into depth on the explanation, which is great, but losing tutorials is kind of a bit of a shame because it's where you can go to try and figure it out. Like queuing up for the online fights in Street Fighter, you could just dick around in tutorial mode.
The same with Tekken Revolution on the PS3. Remember that free-to-play Tekken game?
Yes.
When you were waiting for your matchup, you just got to basically practice.
Yep.
That was great fun. Because it took so long to get a fucking match. It was like, you're doing something. It's like, yay!
Lastly, in terms of actual news, again, we're mentioning the sexual harassment stuff that's been going on. Only this time, we're also getting to speak about a comedian that TK and Hedgie hate.
Not James Corden.
Yes, James Corden!
Hey!
Let's put a cordon around that.
Yeah.
So he, on a charity fundraiser, decided to make a series of jokes about Harvey Weinstein and the situation that has exploded from there.
Yeah.
And it didn't go down well, as opposed to the usual Trump gags. Yeah. So for those of you who may have been living under a rock, film producer Harvey Weinstein is facing rape, sexual assault, and sexual harassment claims. He denies the allegations.
Which he does deny, yep.
Yep, and he says all sexual contact was consensual, so it'll actually need to go to court for this to actually
Echo
finish.
has a copy of the Metro with Weinstein.
Which
4
is-
more sex claims.
On the front
Oh,
page.
4 more UK sex claims, no less.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's been getting silly,
Yes.
really. But James Corden made a bunch of jokes, and this was at the AMFAR Gala, an annual event which is aiming to raise money for HIV and AIDS research. So not a place where you would want this kind of humour, really. Tongue-in-cheek, yes.
It's like, Oscars, it is not.
Yeah. So he made a series of jokes. Basically, everyone pretty much was groaning. Some people were laughing at it, and there were some tweets about the fact people were laughing at this kind
Are they
of
laughing
humour.
at it or laughing at him, maybe?
Not entirely sure. It's Twitter, so it could all be the same thing. It's weird. The whole sexual harassment in Hollywood is really weird because it's like, oh my god, it's rife, and people like myself and TK can sit there and go, were none of you awake during the 60s?
Or 70s, 80s,
90s.
2000s.
It's like, oh my god, this is deplorable.
What makes me laugh, though, is they're all rallying around saying, oh my god, this is so bad, this is so bad, this is so bad, we must try and get rid of this, we must try and purge it. They're all fucking doing it! That's the problem.
It's scary. It is scary, and this is the culture that was developed because it's a culture of personality that leads to cult of personality, that leads to you have a choice of being a waitress or a TV star. And this one person can give you that for X.
And X normally involves your body at some point.
Yeah.
SSE.
I mean,
Yeah.
what was it? Not Grease. The drama school film where Fame. Because camp as fuck. That had a hugely poignant thing in it, and people are just walking along going, oh, this is so new. No, it isn't.
No, it's been around for ages. And unless... And what's great is because they're also... Everyone always says about, oh, the Hollywood is so kind of left-wing and all that jazz, and to bring it political again. But why are all the rapists and the paedophiles and the sexual predators on the left?
We could have this discussion for hours, but however,
Let's
we
not.
have some music because we got Quiplash.
Yes, we do.
Quiplash.
So, to get you in the mood for some Quiplash, how about some Lazy Town? With the song that hit the UK charts.
You are a pirate?
No.
Which number?
Oh, god damn it.
4 or 5, I think it...
You are number one.
no, sadly.
God damn it.
No, it's the one that actually made into a CD single. It's the end theme. It's Bing Bang. Time to shine.
Oh,
You're listening to TigerTails Radio, giving Cards Against Humanity a run for its money. It's time for Quiplash.
Can you hear that sound? That sound means it's almost time for Quiplash. Which means it's time to do the thing.
Do the thing. As we just watch Echo with a thing in his lap.
Yep. And now we watch the Quiplash. So your Quiplash code is XDMO.
X-ray Delta.
Into the mic, we can't hear you.
X-ray Delta Mike Oscar.
That's it.
Weird smiley face Mo.
Smiley face Mo.
Emotionally speak. Yeah, something like that.
XD Mo.
Big happy Mo.
If you have not seen this before,
Disney XD Mo.
where have you been? So if you want to play, go point your internet-enabled device to jackbox.tv, enter the code XDMO where appropriate, give yourself a name, make it funny, and then sit back and relax as we queue up and play Quiplash. Basically, this is a bunch of questions. You get to put in a answer that you think is amusing and or relevant and preferably spelt correctly and grammatically correct.
Ha ha ha.
And we choose over which one is the best. Think Cards Against Humanity, Apples to Apples, only with a sense of humour that runs from nearly 10 seasons of TigerTails Radio. If you're following on YouTube, please be aware potentially there can be anything from 15 to 30 second delay.
There is lag. So
Do need to see the device. If you do need to see the stream, we will tell you. Otherwise, pay attention to your device.
yes, the device is the important bit. Always pay
Indeed.
attention to the device.
Yes.
So
And-
we have me, Mr. Echo, Mr.
Is
Xavier,
Chase in?
and Chase. Chase is in. Minty Chase.
Top. Is it Minty Chase? Oh, Minty Chase. I got Top Puppet. Oh, that's Echo. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me, yes.
Yes. Does anyone else want to join in before we hit the button? Because we are getting
Fat
close
Hedgie
to
has joined.
starting. Okay.
Oh,
Which means there is some lag.
yes.
And it also means that we have three
Slots available?
Yeah, three people answering questions.
Huh?
With 3 people voting.
Oh,
There's two
I see.
people-
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, with this. Yeah, so we have an odd number, which is good.
Yeah, because if it's 2 each time, it's annoying.
And there's no Quiplash.
Yes, no problem.
So,
Anyone else? Anybody else?
well, we'll give people about 30 seconds because lag. Insubordinate amounts of lag.
Let me try and refresh the stream and see if that improves. I can't tell. I've just got a whirlpool of Quiplash.
Well, Hedgie's just appeared on my feed, so
Yeah,
that's a good 20, 30 seconds or so.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Big-
there
big-
is some lag.
yeah, big pink blob.
So pay attention to your device, Kitty Winks.
Indeed.
There'll be some talking at the start, so you'll know to when kind of the game kicks in. That's when you need to be looking at your screen, because all of a sudden you're going to get questions, and you've only got 90 seconds to answer them, and you're going to get 2 questions. So be ready, especially as I'm now going to start the game.
3, 2, 1.
It has begun!
It's time for Quiplash with your host, Josh Schmitty Schmitzenstein. Who's me? Oh, that's me. I'm Schmitty. I knew that. The great thing about a fresh game is that right now, you're all tied for first place. And last. This is round 1. You are about to see 2 prompts on your device. Type something hilarious or not for each one. Then everyone gets to decide if your answer is better than someone else's. Democracy at work. You get points based on the percentage of people who like your answer, and a bonus if you get more votes than your opponent. Go!
And now it's that questiony-answery time. So... And now we're all going really quiet as we answer questions.
Yes, this does happen.
And I have to go and check my spelling.
And this is where I realise I've used the wrong blinking browser again.
Yeah.
Oh, no, again.
Yeah.
it means
So
that
I'm in.
I don't get any punctuation.
It's
Oh,
about
no.
15 seconds. Oh no. Failure of grammar. Oh no.
That's a cardinal sin.
Yeah. So it's about 15 seconds or so for me, so it may be about 15 to 20 for other people. If, however, you want to join in, you can join the audience. Just point your device at jackbox.tv, XDMO, and answer irrelevant questions and vote randomly.
So we're just waiting for Echo and Hedgie to join.
Yeah.
And then the gang's all here.
Well, mostly. The
Yeah.
gang will all be in.
They'll all be in, yeah. Whether or not they're all here is another story.
Yeah.
So you've probably got less than 15 at this point.
Come on, Fat Hedgie.
Come on, Hedgie.
Hurry, hit the safety quit
Come
button.
on,
You can't
Eileen.
think of something.
Come on, Eileen.
10, 9, 8. By the time you hear this, it's too late anyway. He's in.
Yay!
Into the microphone.
Let's take a look.
Remember,
The first prompt
you're
is
announcing the questions, Echo.
Something you should never think about
Okay.
while meditating.
So, something you should never think about while you're
Select
meditating.
your favorite quip.
Am I pink with black hair, or the other way? Or Hedgie's penis?
Sensing a theme this week. Now the question is, do you lean that way or do you lean the other way?
What, as in, like, does your penis bend to the left or right?
Up or down?
Indeed.
Side to side?
Meat spin.
Very.
A fun activity that only requires 3 fingers.
So, a fun activity
Oh,
that
and
only
your
requires
devices.
3 fingers. Saluting at random things, or playing with the busted ocarina?
Yep, ocarina.
Ocarina?
It's a wind instrument.
Busted ocarina.
Ah.
Yep.
It's like a
see.
mini handheld
Wind,
flute type thing.
wind instruments. You play with your fingers. Did you never play these things at school?
No.
Not an ocarina, no. He doesn't. He's not a gamer. He doesn't know Legend of Zelda. The
Oh,
one,
God
the
damn
one
it,
game that
Echo.
popularised the ocarina with all Americans.
Give that man a Nintendo.
And playing the busted ocarina wins that one.
Next
Yeah,
prompt.
there's 2 scouts.
The only thing
Seriously,
we have to
2
fear
scouts.
is fear itself. Oh, and also blank.
So, the only thing we have to
And
fear
vote.
is fear itself. Oh, and also, naked Hedgiesaurus or old socks. I think probably naked Hedgiesaurus has got to win that one.
Considering the amount of mature men on this channel, Old Socks is not a fear, it's
No.
a collection.
Yes. Oh,
It's
we have
not
a
just.
Quiplash.
It's not just a collection. It's a Quiplash. Naked Hedgesaurus wins. Thank you.
In line, the employees at IKEA hate it when you blank.
So, the employees at IKEA
Vote
hate
away.
it when you pick up the items on display to purchase, or start talking in Swedish to find furniture.
I'll go with the truthful one rather than the one that you would think
It's
annoys.
another Quiplash.
Oh,
Start talking in Swedish to get by your furniture.
damn it. Oh well, at least I
Next
got a
one.
chance to come back in round
How
2.
does
Yep.
Swiss cheese
They
fill
don't
all
care
those
if you
holes?
pick up shit. They only get annoyed if you put it down in the wrong
Vote
place.
now.
True. So, how does Swiss cheese get all those holes? Hedgie was hungry, or that'll be the maggots they keep it in. Oh, keep in it, sorry.
Keep it in. They keep cheese in maggots? How big are these maggots?
Big enough to be shitting out Swiss cheese.
Oh yes.
You ought to see the size of that fish you catch with that bait.
Oh
Yeah,
yes.
which Hedgie was eating. Yes.
This is where one of those instances where I really should wear my glasses to read things off the TV at distance.
Yes. Yes, you should. Don't strain your eyesight.
And then you should remember to vote.
Yeah, I should do that too. I
So,
forget
1-0.
I forget to read or
One-0.
vote.
And round 1.
1-0.
Let's take a look at the
Boo.
scores.
Do you want me to read the questions for round 2?
Maybe an idea, yes.
Yeah, pass it on to an adult. There we
Yes.
go.
The adult who's winning. Well, though Chase is in second, and it's a close second.
Yeah.
Round 2 time, and look sharp because I'm doubling all the
More
points out here.
questions!
So we will now go quiet.
Yep.
Oh, bollocks. God damn it, I can't even remember the name of the film.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, God. I'm going to be really inappropriate now.
Good point. We're proud of you.
Yeah,
My,
it's really
my
inappropriate.
Google
just to-
spelling apparently seems to think that's right, even though I don't.
Okay.
Somebody can tell me if I'm wrong. Because Google isn't. Probably because I'm being really bad.
Deary me.
Oh, you'll know when that question comes up.
Yeah.
Well, we're just waiting for Hedgie again. But luckily he's got 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Loads of time. And he complains about me at being a Dickens in this game and just writing really long answers.
No, we complain about you being a Dickens. We,
Yeah.
as in everyone.
Am I in? Yes. Is Hedgington? No.
Use a safety quip if you need
Who's
it.
being the Dickens?
Phrasing.
11 seconds on the clock and he's in.
Cards on the table.
Right, it's
Up
time for some
first,
answers.
The worst question to be asked at a lifeguard job interview.
So, the
Okay, everybody
worst
pick your
question
favourite.
to be asked at a lifeguard job interview is, so, do we have a problem with tasting the water? Or, can you give mouth to mouth if I get the job? So, do you have a problem with tasting the water? Or can you give mouth to mouth if I get the job?
I'd have gone, do I get to keep what I catch?
Yeah.
Which context is never more appropriate for.
And can you give mouth to mouth if I get the job is the winner with 2 votes to 1.
And next is the worst person who could sing the James Bond theme.
So, the worst person who could sing the James Bond theme would be either Tiny Tim
Oh,
or Naked Hedgiesaurus.
oh, we are being so mean.
Yes, aren't we just?
Tiny Tim. Is he a singer or is this a reference to
Dickens' Christmas Carol?
Dickens' Christmas Carol?
I don't know.
Or is this a reference to another Dickens in the room?
Wow.
Hedgie now makes comment.
Drat it, I didn't vote again.
For those of you watching the YouTube stream, check the live chat. Hedgie's in there.
Causing trouble.
Next in the hopper,
I hate you all he
the
says.
name of a figure skating move yet to be successful.
Oh, there's a reference. Tiny Tim musician. So I now know who answered Tiny Tim.
Okay, vote.
So,
Oh my god.
the name of a figure skating move yet to be successfully pulled off, we have the Jedi Blade Trick or the Naked Ice Dancers.
There's a film which I can't remember the name of that has a dance move literally that answers this question.
Well, the Jedi Blade Trick wins with 2 votes to 1.
It's so annoying because I can't think of the name and it's going to bug me now.
Oh well. It'll come to you in the middle of the night when it's most useless.
Something found in
Yeah,
the
that'll
seat cracks
help.
of nearly every cab.
Ooh, good, I can actually read the...
So, something found in the seat cracks of nearly every cab or taxi in the UK. We have vomit chunks or rape victims. Well, we
Wow.
know which one it isn't.
Yes.
Apparently we don't.
No,
Rape
apparently
victims
not.
are the winner, which is
It's
weird when you say it
concerning.
in context.
Yes,
Next up,
yes,
an unusual
indeed.
store. Right,
And I
us.
said
So,
this was
an unusual store,
It's
blank,
voting time.
are us. So, an unusual store, not dildos are us, or not old granny's panties are us.
No,
So
old
old
granny.
granny
Yeah, so we have
are
not
us.
dildos are us or old granny panties are us.
To be fair, old granny panties are us is every charity shop on the high street.
And as it's never a dildo, even a not dildo, old granny panties wins 2 votes to
Indeed.
1.
Yes.
Oh,
See, I'm
God.
going to
Round
definitely
2 is
lose.
now complete. Let's see where we landed.
I'm totally at the bottom. Hedgie's going to beat me. Oh no, maybe not.
Mr.
Oh,
Xavier has taken
Jesus.
first place.
Ah yes, indeed.
Chase is
Very
now
nice.
third, I am second.
Don't watch the YouTube
This is
video.
round 3. The
that Pup
last
Chase has
flash.
put in there
One final
for
chance
reference
to
for
catch
Tiny
up,
Tim.
and everyone gets the same prompt this time.
Comic Clash.
Pay attention to the screen.
Yeah.
You don't have
And the
much time,
lag.
guys.
The comic.
Yeah, you don't have much time.
So the comic is, it's an executioner about to electrocute someone in the electric chair. The executioner is saying any last words. The prisoner has a blank spot. What would be the executionee's last words?
Fuck.
Three of us are in. So
I'm probably going to lose it on this one.
I I'm not entirely sure how well I'm going to do on this one, to be honest.
I don't think I'm going to do too well.
Everyone is in.
Third
And
question's
here's what
always
you did.
bad for me.
It's round 3, so you've got 3 medals to award. A gold, a silver, and a bronze. Make your picks.
So, any last words? Please, can you ride on my dick? But I'm not a Nazi! Can I fap to furry comic and come? Yes, but there's a bomb in my pants. Your choice. And, yeah, can you test it for me first?
Not the easiest comics to finish.
So we got... Any last words? Yeah, can you test it for me?
Well, here we
Okay,
go.
let's bring out those medals. Bronze, silver, and the gold. Let's sell off those medals for
Wow.
points.
Damn it.
Well, I'm definitely in 6th
And
place.
we're finished. Show me those final scores.
Oh, 5th place. Oh, what did I
And
know?
Mr. Xavier wins.
Well
Oh,
done,
that
Xavier.
was so close.
Denying Chase the crown again.
Wahaha, well done. That's what we like to see.
Well, that's just online harassment. We can't have that.
Oh no, how terrible.
Quick, clutch your pearls and faint.
Dear me. Well, let's see. What can I put? Oh no, they've... No, they're allowing me to save the images and they're graphical ones now.
Are you
Ooh.
putting rape victim on Facebook?
I was thinking about putting Edgy's penis on Facebook.
I'm not sure
Oh,
which
dear.
is worse.
Well, that's possibly not as bad, I suppose. I mean, neither is pleasant to see, but
Oh, they allow me to actually save this as the animation as well. Oh, this is going to be hilarious.
I feel sorry for Facebook. This is the TigerTails Radio Facebook feed. For those of you who aren't aware, go to facebook.com/TigerTailsRadio. And you can sign up and see all the Facebook delights. But in the meantime, we'll have track 5, I think, Echo.
yeah.
So that I can then start configuring
Okey-dokey.
for Quiplash round 2.
Okie
So, track 5 is a bit of DDR classic from DDR Third Mix, or Dancing Stage Euromix if you're from Europe. And it's me and I. No, it's not that. It's me
God
and
damn it.
What did you say?
God damn it.
No. What song did you suggest?
Nights on Fire.
Which is from DDR Fifth Mix. So no,
Damn
it's
it.
not going to be that one.
Boo.
But no, it's me and my with Dubby Dub.
You're listening to TigerTails Radio, giving Cards Against Humanity a run for its money. It's time for Quiplash.
Round 2!
And a half.
No, just 2. We can't have a half round. It doesn't work that way. This isn't a pint.
Unless Echo is paying, in which case, make mine 2 pints.
I'll have 4 halves, please.
Yes, I'm sure.
That'll work.
I'll have 7/8. There we go.
Yeah.
Figure that one out.
Yeah.
I'll have 7/8 of a pint of a beer, please. No. Oh. But I haven't quite got a full amount for a full one.
About seven
Back.
or 8 pints.
Back to
that works.
Quiplash 2. Back to Quiplash 2. If you're following TigerTails Radio on Facebook, gifts are amazing.
Oh dear. Do I have to go and check this out? Do I have to send to you? Do I have to go and do work? Can you be
It is
trusted?
amazing. Oh, it is so cool. I used to just put the static pictures on there. Now I can put GIFs on.
I fear. I mean, I love the way you're all caps in channel. You are very happy about this.
Oh, come on. Sorry. It's just like, oh, this is amazing.
I'm going to have to check this out now.
Yeah, I am actually worried. Actually, legitimately worried.
I've tailored the ones we've used so there isn't a direct violation of Facebook's policy
Oh, good.
on the site.
Good. Because this is Quiplash, and anything goes. Within,
so if
there are
you
boundaries.
want to
We
join
haven't found them
in,
yet, but there are boundaries.
If you want to join in, you can do so. Point your device to jackbox.tv, enter the room code Quebec Zulu Tango uniform, give yourself a funny name, and then sit back and relax as we answer various questions. If you are not watching this live, you can join us every Monday between 8 and 10. We play Quiplash at 9. You can find us at radio.tigertails.co.uk and tigertails.co.uk. We are on Facebook, Twitter, as well as the Googles and YouTube.
Except TigerTails Radio and TigerTailsGaming.co.uk don't work currently.
Yeah, the web pages are a little bit botched because
So
TK
it is
do shit.
radio.tigertails.co.uk and gaming.tigertails.co.uk.
Would it be worth updating those on like Facebook and stuff just temporarily?
Yeah, probably. Again,
Or permanently because stuff.
Because you know.
I'm just gonna have to fight at some point with Nominate. It's gonna
Well,
be
it's not
fun.
really much of a fight. They're registered in your name.
Yeah, but with who?
Well, with nobody, just with Nominate.
Well, no, they're registered with someone and in my name, of which Nominate are then the keeper of the keys for. But,
Yeah, but they have your registration details to say it's yours.
I suppose. Anyway, let's start the show.
Again.
And the
2 hours.
button has been pressed. So the game is afoot! Depending on your shoe size, that can be up to 12 whole inches.
Hello.
Welcome to Quiplash. I'm Schmitty, and I'm hosting this game on a dare.
Are you?
Great names. What is that, Dutch? Super. Let's do this. Time for round 1. You'll score points based on the percentage of people who prefer your answer. Have at it.
Oh, that was quick.
Yes.
Right, now it's the answer time.
Oh god. And slight dig.
What the hell? I'm half tempted to safety
I'm-
quip for this.
I'm already in. That's it. I've
I
slid
don't
right on
have
it.
an answer.
I had the perfect answer, although they'll be entirely obvious. My answers will be utterly obvious. Like how I'm the first one in for a change. And now I have to just try and fill the gap. Oh, and
Yes.
now Pete's in.
Because I have finished answering the questions in a way that will make my co-hosts hate me.
Ah.
You know,
Which-
like we do every night.
One particular co-host or just...
Co-hosts.
Okay. Oh, Hedgie's in
I
as well.
am ambivalent towards the co-hosts.
Good, that's the way it should be.
Edgy kind of expects it, but when it happens
Almost
to
out of
TK,
time.
oh my
Use
god.
the safety
yeah.
quip button if you have to.
Oh, the novel. Sudden inspiration from TK there.
Indeed.
It wasn't a novel, it was a complete lack of answer for the first
Okay,
question.
I hope you all made me
Oh
proud.
dear.
Our first prompt is... A perplexing band would be Crosby, Stills, Nash, Young, and...
Or the other fiddly fiddlers.
So, a perplexing name for a
Okay,
for
voting
a
time.
band would
Pick
be
your
Crosby,
favorite.
Stills, Nash, Young, and Harvey Weinstein,
Oh,
or Young and Echo. Wow.
Well, basically, it just sounds like a who's who of sexual predators.
Oh God, don't put me in there then.
and click.
You're lucky, Harvey Weinstein won.
Good. Thank goodness.
Could be the only case he's going to win soon. Ho ho!
Yes,
Next,
ho, ho, ho.
a brand of
Yeah.
pants for mermaids.
So, a brand of pants for
The
mermaids.
voting.
Tops and tails, or wet ones single leg pants for the underwater use.
Brand. Rather than description.
I didn't have an answer for that at all.
No,
I could not think of a fucking thing.
we could tell,
What stupid ass question is that?
but I still
Moving
voted,
on.
you know.
The most pointless volunteer work would be helping
Against
the
TK,
blind.
yes.
No, for him.
Ready, set, vote.
So, the most pointless volunteer work would be helping the lazy bastards, TK, or being Trump Twitter poster.
Which one is more pointless? TK or Trump?
Oh no, it's
Probably
helping the
helping
lazy bastards. So yeah, helping lazy bastards or helping Trump?
Aren't they both one and the same thing?
No, Trump isn't a lazy
Ah,
bastard.
No, I didn't vote.
Echo!
Damn it. Damned nuisance. I got
And
distracted.
next, the name of a restaurant
By
that only
thinking.
serves grade D
Yes,
meat.
it happens all the time.
Vote on your devices.
The name of a restaurant that serves only grade D meat. We have McDonald's or Wimpy.
Wow.
In English, there's only one answer to that. Sorry, all our American listeners, there's only one answer to that.
It's Wimpy. It's a quiplash. Well done, Hedge.
Thanks. Thank you, everybody.
Hedge got a quiplash against Echo.
You need to be a bit older, Echo, for that one,
Realize
believe
you
me.
shouldn't have
Wimpy.
picked up that hitchhiker
I've
when
never
he
been
says
to a Wimpy.
blank.
Seen them.
I
I've
have.
witnessed their existence.
Time to
So-
Yeah,
vote.
it's a good thing.
You realise you shouldn't have picked up that hitchhiker when he says, "Take me to Naked Hedgiesaurus," or when he says, "My name is Naked Hedgie and I've come for you." So you're either picking up the person who wants to go and see him, or picking him up, which is worse.
Him, definitely. Every time. See? Boom. Well, there you go. Pete got a quick flash with that one.
Okay, 2 whiplashes in round 1.
Round one.
Was it a waste?
Let's see who's in the lead.
Maybe. Well, it's certainly not me, that's for certain. No, look. Oh, you and I are kind of fairly close.
We're kind of tied there.
Yeah,
What was
right in the
the time?
bottom.
Round 2 is pulling into the station with double the points and bonuses.
Oh, God.
Okay, so
Questions!
ties are decided by your secret middle school crush, apparently. So...
There we go. Sometimes the simplest answers potentially will be the funniest. And Hedgie is saying wait till he gets home.
Oh, we can't. We cannot wait.
You do realise, Hedge, he can lock you out.
Yeah, all I've got to do is just put the catch on and put the key in so his key won't work anymore.
Yeah.
That's
So
the
you
ma-
mean-
It's the magic of keys.
Yeah, you being the dirty stop-out student will actually have ramifications from your dad / owner.
He's older than me. I cannot be his dad.
Well, if you were, that would be very impressive bit of biology you're doing right there.
I think my dad would be
Time
upset.
travel.
I think my dad would be most pissed that I didn't tell him he was a granddad.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, but are you sure he would be pissed given the fact that it's Hedgie that would be your son?
He would be fucking furious.
Let's see those.
Even with Hedgie as your son.
Prompt number
Yeah.
1 is
Goodness.
a warning that should come with
Gay kid, do you have a gay child?
Okay, vote for your favorite.
So, a warning that should come with spray on cheese. Never spray cheese near a farting hedgie. Or, do not use on genitals near dogs.
I feel that these are both kind of common sense things, so therefore both do need to be on the can, because someone will do this.
But why would a farting hedgie be an issue?
Have you been
Because
in a
he's
room with a
quiplashing
farting
again.
hedgie?
Yeah, he is.
Yep.
Hedgie quiplash.
Don't spray on genitals near dogs. There's a quiplash for Hedgie.
But Hedgie knows this from
Moving on.
experience.
Dennis the Menace grew up and got the new nickname Dennis the Blank.
Realising there's two pups in the room.
Vote now.
Dum-dum-tsh.
So, Dennis the Menace grew up and got the new nickname Dennis the Juvenile Delinquent or Dennis the Sexual Predator. Or in this day and age,
Even if predator isn't spelled quite right.
not quite right.
But we'll, you know,
Oh, I'll run with it.
yeah, we'll slide it in there. I mean, that's what they do, right?
That's what he said. Dum-dum-tsh.
Haha. Yay,
And that's-
and Pete got a quick
And that's another. So it's basically the competition between Xavier and Hedgie.
Prompt is
Yes,
a lot of
we're
quiplash.
still
worst thing
rooting
to
for
admit
Pete.
during a sleepover.
So the worst thing to admit during a sleepover. We
Vote
have
away.
you've seen Hedgie naked and enjoyed it, or you've slept with Harvey Weinstein.
I'm tempted not to vote.
You've got to vote for one of them.
Yes.
God
Pete.
damn it.
And apparently sleeping with Harvey Weinstein is worse than seeing Hedgie naked. Or at least it's worse to
Wow.
admit during a sleepover.
Next on deck.
Really? Crikey.
Everybody poops too.
There's a lot of people admitting that on Twitter right now.
Yeah.
What, that they've seen
Put in your
Hedgie naked and
votes.
So,
enjoyed it?
everybody poops to Hedgie's bedroom, or everybody
Oh.
poops to shit happens.
That was a really quick voting round.
Yeah.
And shit happens wins it.
Let's hope Hedgie doesn't see what I wrote.
Let's
Coming
hope
up next,
Hedgie is not watching
rule
right
every
now.
gardener eventually
Yeah.
learns, never blank the cabbage.
So, a rule every gardener eventually
it's
learns:
voting
never
time.
come in the cabbage, or never fuck the cabbage.
Yeah, so a rule every gardener eventually learns. So, I love it eventually. Yeah, never come in the cabbage or never fuck the cabbage.
Yeah, because slugs, right?
Yeah, and snails and all kinds of other grim, horrible things.
Spiders.
And vegetarians.
Yes, vegetarians. Don't forget those nasty things.
No, vegetarians are fine. It's the vegans you got to watch out for.
True.
And come in the cabbage wins.
Yay!
Points
I
for
get
Echo.
some Echo points.
Echo.
Echo.
That's all for round 2. Light up that scoreboard.
So we're
Well-
probably going to be reliant on question 3.
And Xavier goes into the lead, beating Hedgie.
Yes. Fortunate.
Other scores don't move.
Yes.
Round 3.
Okay, not reliant on round 3.
It's
okay.
round 3, the last lash. I've got one prompt left, and you're all getting it.
It's a word lash. Pay attention to your device.
Complete
So
this word lash
the
tab.
guys in 3rd or 5th need a really large amount of notes.
Come up with a new TV show with the word scab in the title.
Fucking hell. This is where my knowledge of British TV bites me in the ass.
I've answered. It's a shit answer, but I've answered.
Yeah, because you guys need to like get the 25, 30 thou points.
We need all of the points,
Yeah, you really need to score high.
which I'm not going to with this answer.
I don't think I'll beat Hedgie's answer. That's
I
the
have a
trouble.
feeling I'm just not even
Let's see
going to
what
get
you've
anything
lost.
here, so...
Choose who gets a medal now.
So, come up with a new TV show with the word scab in the title. We have Blood and Scab, the lucky one. Ready, Steady, Pick Those Scabs. Pimp My Scab. Scab Pickers Find a Fortune Under the Scabs. Or Scabs Pick Me a Winner.
Sensing a theme.
You.
I do like how it's all arranged around Pimp My Scab, the one odd one out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And probably the, yeah.
Stop thinking, Echo, it saves time.
Yes, it does, you're right.
There's less brain hurt.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see who got those medals. Bronze first. Bring out the silver. And finally gold. Let's melt those medals down for points.
He thinks Hedgie might have won this.
Maybe.
We did it, you guys. Let's go to the scores.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Yep.
1,005 on top of my score. Yeah, yes.
Yep, Hedgie is the winner. And I beat... Chase comes last. I beat Chase. Echo in third. And Mr. Xavier in second. Oh dear. Well, that wasn't spectacular, was it? Well done, Hedgie. You win that one.
Even
win.
not being here.
This time. Yeah, that's obviously the secret. Don't be here.
Yes.
And then you could win Quiplash.
Yes.
Although it isn't working for Chase very well right now.
He's maybe a bit too far away.
Maybe.
You need to be that middle distance.
That little
you
bit
know.
clearer.
Yeah.
It's a difficult one because sometimes he gets questions that completely destroy us, and sometimes we manage to be more English.
Well, I suppose he has the advantage of being a Yank, doesn't he? That's the thing. Which, with this game, does in some instances help.
Yeah. Unless we anglify the answer.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, you're screwed.
And
yes.
now we mess around with TigerTails Radio. Woo!
Shall we?
Oh, yes, press some buttons.
Yeah, push some buttons.
Let's first of all get rid of the Quiplash music and bring up the backing music.
Yep, and then we will go back to being... well,
Or will we?
slightly prematurely, but we will... We're in there somewhere, honest. We really are. Somewhere behind the orange the TK.
There we are.
There we go. We're back again.
We are back. So, I think another tune since we've got a little bit of time to kill. And then
Indeed.
we can go into Done and Dusted, where I can talk about Ready Player 3. So, on that note, since Hedgie is listening, and I know he'll like this, it needs no further introduction apart from to say track 3 Echo.
Yeah?
It's the Glam Metal Detectives with Everybody Up.
Glam Metal Detectives, your mission is to save this planet's ecology with your top hit records.
Yes, Commander, we're on our way. Everybody on the bus, let's hit it!
Everybody up, everybody down, everybody down, everybody up, everybody up, everybody down, everybody down.
Hit me with your heartbeat, put me on the floor. Hit me with your heartbeat, oh.
I think about heartbeats and about funk and justice for all. I think about heartbeats and about funk and justice for all. Yes, about heartbeats and about funk and justice for all. I think about heartbeats and about funk and justice for all.
It's that time where the cast of TigerTails Radio review stuff badly. This is Done and Dusted.
Yeah, it's that time where we talk about shit. It could be anything that we've eaten, tasted, seen, enjoyed, watched, smelled, basically, stuff. Like what we do sometimes. And this time, myself and Hedgie went to London to watch a show. Not just any show, but we went to watch some professional YouTubers existing outside of YouTube.
Which is rare, because English YouTubers are strange.
Yeah, well, fortunately, none of the people we went to see were English YouTubers.
Yeah.
One of them was Irish, and two of them were American. So...
That's probably fortunate.
yeah, it's probably for the best. Yeah, so we went and saw Jacksepticeye and Aaron and Danny from the Game Grumps at Ready Player 3 in the Hammersmith Apollo, or the Eventium Apollo as it's called due to brand name. Bullshit, sponsor bollocks. It's the Hammersmith Apollo, if I can deal with it. It's where Starlight Express used to be, it's where we've seen video games live a couple of times, and all that jazz. And the show was actually quite fun. And a former listener of the show, Project Fox, went and saw it as well. We didn't get a chance to meet him, sadly, because he'd gone in way before we even got there. And then we were dashing for a train, so we didn't get a chance to see him after the show either. But he was sat on one side of the stage in the stalls, right near the front, and got some nice photos which he's put on his Facebook. We were sat in the gods at the back, and we were on the other half, because basically they divided the audience down the middle, for a very good reason. It was a big-ass game of Mario Party. Because
oh my god, no.
they're gaming YouTubers. So they thought, let's all play a game. And so they had a Wii U there, and it was Mario Party 10. So
No.
Jacksepticeye was player 2, one half of the Game Grumps was player 1, I think it was Danny, and then half the audience were player 3, the other half of the audience were player 4. So myself and Hedgie got to be in player 3, which was the side that picked Waluigi as their avatar. And Project Fox was on the other half, and he was in Team Yoshi. Yeah, Team Yoshi didn't win. Team Waluigi won. So yeah, a little bit of rubbing that in on Facebook, that was funny. But no, it's actually quite fun. Basically what they would do is they would have a neutral third party, i.e. the one of the two Games Grumps who wasn't playing, to be in charge of like rolling for the audiences. And then when it came to a mini-game, you'd raise your hand if you wanted to play, and they had people running around grabbing people out the audience to actually play along.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, like nice system. And it worked. And it didn't take too long to get people up, because they even came up into the balconies where we were, and got people out of there as well. And the game actually went rather swiftly. I mean, in the 2-hour show, it only took about an hour and a half for this game of Mario Party, which wasn't too shabby in the slightest. So the last half of the show, they decided to devote it to a Q&A session, which was absolutely fantastic. And in fact, I think I'd have much rather enjoyed it if the entire thing had basically been a chill-out Q&A session, because it was awesome. And again, you'd raise your hand, and then the runners would run around handing out microphones, and yeah, letting you ask questions of which they answered. And it wasn't just a kind of glib, quick answer. Yeah, they went into detail about stuff. So you had lots of information being given, and there were some great questions asked, most of which people were recording, and then you'd get the staff of the Apollo coming around with shining torches going, "Stop filming! No! Bad people! Behave!" So yeah, there was an anti-camera policy which was thoroughly ignored by most people. But yeah, it was really, really, really good. There were lots of half-decent, sensible questions in there. There were some weird ones, like, what's your favourite song right now, and other glib questions like that. But one of them, there was this little lass from Berlin, I think, and she travelled all the way to London to go and see them. And she said, basically, can you basically say one really nice thing to me, just so I can, have a really happy memory of this event? Which everyone's like, "Oh, that's adorable," on stage. And we're like, disgusting. But basically, they decided to get the whole audience to basically chant this person's name and tell them that they're awesome. So it's like, yeah, you've got 3,000 people telling you you're awesome. Yeah, you're going to remember that for a little while. It's like, basically, I kind of indirectly handled an entire audience. But it was the very, very final question of the night that made me laugh the most, and actually got a standing ovation. A question got a standing ovation. Just think about that. It was right at the end, and they'd said, okay, we've got time for 2 more questions, so these people had their questions. And then one of the 2 Game Grumps, I can't remember which one it was, basically stopped and said, look, I know we said 2, but there's a couple of people there who've had their hand up and they've been looking really hopeful, and they were obviously quite young. And so I don't want to disappoint them. Let their question be the last one of the night. And so one of the 2 got the mic. They were underneath in the stalls, we couldn't see them. But it sounds like as soon as they got the mic, without hesitation, pausing, deliberation, or missing a beat, they just gave the cute innocent eyes from what it looks like, and just said, what's your favourite chat-up lines? When they were obviously far too young to be asking that kind of question. To which the people on the stage died. Just horribly died. It's like, how do we answer that? Everyone just roared laughter. It was hilarious. And so, yeah, standing ovation. Lots and lots of cheering and clapping and applauding while they all desperately tried to scrabble for some kind of halfway family-friendly answer that wasn't wildly inappropriate, because that was naturally the first thing that came to mind. And then, of course, there was a few cheesy, one-line type things like, when is your dad like God? Because he's taken all the stars out of heaven and put them in your eyes and stuff like that. And there was also one of the, tell us your favourite or worst jokes and some other questions like that. But there were also some questions about, doing the job of the YouTube thing and memorable times they've had doing the YouTube job and things. And what is your favourite gift from a fan, which they wouldn't answer. They had no trouble saying the worst gift from fans. That was fine, but they wouldn't say which one was the best.
No, the favouritism can be quite bad because you would get them being spammed.
Exactly. So Jacksepticeye was like, I think it's got a cop-out answer, but it's the appreciation from all the fans. That's the best gift I've got. And everyone's like, boo, cop-out answer. It was a very vocal audience, I'm going to say. The audience really did get on board with this. It was quite fun. When it was during the Mario Party bits, there's like, Hedge turned to me and said, if you put your hand up to play, I don't know who you are anymore. And then in the next round, he put his arm up to play. And I was like,
that sounds about right,
Hedgie. David, know who you are anymore, Hedge. Don't know who you are anymore. And I was like, deal with it. For shame. But no, he didn't get picked. I didn't get picked, which was good. There were some great people. There was if you know the Game Grumps at all, then you may know of Ninja Sex Party, a band that's affiliated with them, and I think stars some of them as well, and Ninja Brian. And they've had in the live shows a few people kind of dressed up as Ninja Brian up to play the games. Now, Ninja Brian, as far as I'm aware, is a character who is mute. So, of course, when other people have gone up and they've asked who their name is, and they've either said Ninja Brian or their actual name, the kid who got up and pretending to be Ninja Brian on our show just looked at the Game Grump who asked them the question, as if to say, are you fucking kidding me? Which, of course, everyone laughed. And it's like, yep, you're now my favourite Ninja Brian. And he won his game as well. And then kind of ninja'd his way off the stage, which was awesome. Because basically when you got up on stage to play the game, basically you had to kind of give either a quote to jeer on your team or do an action or something, and there was going to be, what would you say to jeer on your crowd? Well, of course it was Ninja Brian. He wouldn't say anything. So, and then there was one other girl, and it was it was Ninja Brian, and it's like, so he did the gesture, and it was the middle fingers up gesture, and I was like, oh, well, he went there. But my favourite thing of the entire night was all the parents with kids who are young. I'm not talking like baby young, I'm talking about 8, 9, 10, that kind of age. The typical kind of what you'd imagine the YouTube for video gamers audience would be. Which is not our demographic. We've actually managed to hit the demographic of people our age range, which is awesome. Because that's the kind of people we're appealing to. We're not for the youth. They can go away. We're for the old farts.
That's because you're old.
Exactly. We want to be on people our level,
But I'm beneath your level.
Huh?
I'm beneath your level.
Close enough.
In the decade bracket beneath.
Yeah, only a decade bracket, but you've got a full-time job and you can support yourself financially, so...
True, I suppose, yeah.
Which is more than some of these YouTube audiences can do, because they're still in school.
True.
So, you kind of win in that regard. Yes. You fit in with our target age range. So, yeah, but all the parents were there. And obviously the parents didn't quite know what they were getting into. Especially when the first F-bomb dropped.
Oh.
And it wasn't oh shit, I've said, fuck, I really must cover that up. It was F-bombing all night.
Oh dear.
Yeah, they were not careful with their language because they're not on their YouTube channels. So why should they be careful on their live shows? You've come to expect that of them, and it's, it wouldn't be the right if they were minding their language.
Yeah.
Much to the distress of these parents. And next to Hedge, I think a couple of people away from Hedge, there was a woman there who had brought their child along. And she was looking all happy and things at the start of the show, and everyone was like, yay! And they started off with a blindfold run of Super Mario, basically before the Game Grumps and Jacksepticeye came on. And it was some peasant from Game of Thrones. Apparently everyone really applauded and was wildly popular. And they blindfolded him, and basically the audience had to shout jump every time to make Mario jump. And the Game of Thrones chat would just run to the right and jump when he heard the command. And he was shit. And then, the Game Grumps and Jacksepticeye came out and the swearing started. and the parent did not look happy.
No surprise.
It's like, ooh, someone's lost their internet privileges when they get home.
Yeah.
I can't believe you watch this kind of filth on YouTube. Ah! Well, you should have been a better parent, shouldn't you? Know what your kids are getting into. Duh. But yes, that's beside the point. But yeah, it was a really good fun night.
Modern parenting.
Exactly. Why should I look after my kid when YouTube can do it for me? What's that? They want to go and see a show from these YouTubers. Oh, it'll keep them happy for 20 minutes. Oh my god, they're dropping the F-bomb. Ow, bowel clutch faint. So, yeah. But no, the show was really, really fun. I mean, I really enjoyed the Q&A much more than the Mario Party, because I couldn't really give a shit about Mario Party. And it's like, oh, we're going to play Mario Party on YouTube. Next video, skip. But sadly, it's a live show, and you can't skip a live show. It's kind of difficult. There's no next video feature in real life, much to my distress sometimes. So, but the second half, the Q&A was fantastic. I would gladly go and watch a whole live show of just a Q&A session, really. That was just great fun. 2 hours of Q&A. That would do me quite nicely. I'm fairly sure that the kids in the audience get bored, but I don't care. Is basically my opinion there. It is, not quite heavy on the interactivity with the audience just playing games, but apparently Jack did a solo tour it was kind of previous to this, just kind of testing out stuff, and apparently that was just an hour and a half of kind of like a stand-up comedy show almost. And from what it sounds like, there wasn't much game playing happening at all. So I was like, yeah, why can't we just do that? That sounds like fun. But yes, that was Ready Player 3. It was enjoyable. Definitely worth going and seeing. It's on tour at the moment. They're touring Europe. I think they've either done or they're doing Manchester, and I think they did Cardiff as well. But if it's anyone showings near you in your local area and there's still tickets, go book it. It's a good night out. Even if you do have to suffer public transport that turns into a fucking replacement bus service.
From the Twitter feed I have, it seems that Evie may be at the 1 tonight.
In Hammersmith again?
Possibly, I don't know. I just have pictures of the backs of people's heads and queues.
Ah, yeah. It is a good show.
Reasons.
I didn't know she was into Jacksepticeye, the Game Grumps. Oh, the Game Grumps, I can understand, actually. But yeah, no, it is a good show. It is a really good show. So yes, if you can get tickets, go and see it, because it is worth seeing. And they are touring Europe, so if you're listening in Europe land, you've got a chance too. And this is why there are currently no videos being uploaded in Jacksepticeye's channel at the moment. Because he's on tour. He's entertaining us live in person. Stop being so bloody impatient. He will get back to his videos, you peasants. But that brings it to the end of my done and dusted segment. Unless Hedgie wants to add anything in channel. Probably not. And even if it does, by the time he hears this, it'll be like way too late. We'll have moved on to another topic.
Yes.
Like the topic of saying goodnight, unless anyone's got anything else they want to add.
No, we've overrun. I don't really have anything.
Well, we haven't. We started late, didn't we?
When we say started late,
only by
there
4 minutes.
There were problems.
There were minor technical difficulties.
Oh, major technical difficulties. But yes, we did start a couple of minutes late, so...
Yes.
Couple of minutes
late. Yeah, only 4. It's not too bad.
It was less than 5 minutes late.
That's... we did get the first 20 to break stuff in. And once everything was up and running, we didn't break anything afterwards.
No.
Yeah, that's good.
Impressively.
Yeah. Indeed. And we didn't get to play a few other songs. I mean, we had 4 left in the collection. And we had 5 left in the collection, sorry, tell a lie.
Which any of the observant,
may have seen.
Viewers of spoilers. The YouTube channel would definitely have seen those minor spoilers.
For instance, we didn't get around to playing Chef's Chocolate Salty Balls. We didn't get to play Pop's Heaven and Earth, as featured in Dancing Stage Fusion.
Do you reckon we can save these and do them, in the show when Hedgie's not here?
What, for Halloween?
Yes.
You want Cheesy Music Halloween? I think I can arrange Cheesy Music Halloween.
I think it might be a good idea.
I think it would be a superb idea.
Well, there we go then, see? Sorted.
And since it'll be Halloween, I don't see why we can't play a couple of games of Trivia Murder Party.
Ooh, that would be fun.
Yeah. That will be fun.
Yes, it's very Halloween themed.
It is Halloween themed. I think it's perfect.
Yes, and it would make a change from the usual Quiplash, which would be
indeed it would. Bonus. So, on that note,
let's wrap everything up.
It is time to say goodnight. So, it is a good night from the Xavieratron.
Good night.
It is a good night from the Echo Machine.
Good night, everybody.
And it's a good night for myself, TK. Thank you very much for watching or listening to this episode of TigerTails Radio. We shall return next week.
Indeed we shall.
You're in on the show next week, aren't you? But it's the week after you're not, isn't it? Mr. Xavier.
I will be here next Monday, then I'll be on holiday, because that will be the Halloween week.
Yeah, when you and Hedgie are having a holiday together.
Yes. holidays with Jules. I'll be
Yes.
having a holiday with Jules, and Hedgie will be there.
And Hedgie will be tagging along.
Tagging along, yeah.
He'll be tagging along to
Yeah.
the holiday that he organised.
Yeah.
Yeah, the holiday that he wanted, he helped organise. There'll be me and Jules, and him will be the third wheel. Yeah.
Yep.
But admittedly,
Yep, good.
he'll be the big kid running around going, Mickey! So,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like you having kids, but just
And don't forget, Jules. Jules, you need to get one for women everywhere and group Tigger's boobs.
No.
But on that note,
Silly.
it is good night. We will see you again. But until then, it's night night everybody. Night night.
Night.